Well, hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as ScreenSpeak, and in today's video, this is my Ironheart 6th episode event spoiler review. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alright guys, so I got my Iron Man with the Infinity Gauntlet on my shirt on here. And because we're talking about Ironheart. So I saw some, okay. So the trailers, when they were coming out, I thought, like, it was a month ago that we started getting trailers or whatever, like May. I don't even know. Around the end of May, and it was like, okay, like, what's going on with this show? Like, it's supposed to come out on June 24th. It was like a month before. And barely any trailers, so I was like, this is odd. And then, excuse me, I've had allergies, my eyes like watering. I'm not emotional. But I was like, okay, this looks like fun, like, how is this gonna work? And then there's like, it just seems like very like low budget. No, not low budget. But like under the radar, right? Like not like Loki, WandaVision, Falcon, Winter Soldier. Like, yes, it's a lower character. Like, it should be more high profile because we know her from Wakanda Forever, but that was 3 years ago. This show was shot 3 years ago. And I watch it, or then I hear that the first 3 episodes are dropping all at once. Okay, no biggie. Like, Andor did 3 episodes, and then 3 episodes, 3 episodes, 3 episodes. 4 weeks of 3 episodes. And Andor is cool, but I'm never going to revisit it. Maybe if I have a friend, whatever. I'm not here to talk about Andor. This show, and then they did 3, and then 3, and then I heard like mixed rumors, reports that are like, no, they're going to drop the last 3 episodes every, like, weekly. Like, I don't care what they do, just tell me why you got to be so confusing. And I heard no, it's going to be 1 week 3, then next week 3, and then Marvel what came out and said it's going to be 3 and then 3. I'm like, okay, I have no issue with that as long as if they're good. And you know, Echo did the first, like, they did all 5 episodes. Why not 6? Why not more? Actually, I'm glad it wasn't more, because 5 episodes of Echo was enough for me to binge it that day and go, yeah, I'm done. I've had enough. But this show, with the 6 episodes, I wanted more. There was stuff in there that was stupid, but like, I wanted more. And, pardon me, I sound like an old fart. Excuse me. Regardless, so like I said, there's stuff that's stupid, and I wish there was more time with stuff, which I'll explain here. But like, at the end of the day, before I get into like specifically what happened, like, what exactly are they tying this into? It's like, okay, so like, best parts for me, Riri Williams and her family. The AI thing was a little confusing. Not confusing, I understood it, but like, as everyone else said, like, I didn't quite get, to me, you know, how Jarvis is like this, just audio, and then Vision's a physical. I wish they went between some middle ground, like, okay, Natalie, we want to use her as a person, but why is the AI sitting down? Like, I didn't understand that. And furthermore, I just like it was a nice moment to have, you know, the friend is the AI, and then her crush was like, okay, he was mad about her creating it. By the way, the episodes felt too long, and sometimes I was bored. That's another thing I want to mention. I was kind of bored. I'm like, really, the heists were cool, but yet the gang was like kind of just like unlikable characters, really. And I'm not trying to be racist in any way, shape, or form. Like, don't think that it was like, oh, he doesn't like these characters because they were a different race. F no, I didn't care. I didn't care about the characters as they were written. You know, the thing that I laughed hysterically, the moments that I laughed hysterically at, one in particular, 2 actually, and the one was the White Castle scene. Well, I shouldn't say I laughed hysterically at it, but the fact that she was eating White Castle, and then at the end of her fight, like, threw up. That was pretty funny. Like, probably shouldn't even beat White Castle that late at night, and then doing a fight in your iron suit. And when she punched that truck, went whoop whoop, and you see the trailer, and then the woman drag queen, whatever her name is, whatever, clown? No, that was someone else. I don't know who they were. whoever was driving the truck van, like, made the slow-mo face. It reminded me of those, like, Charmin, or, like, those Quicker Picker Upper commercials. Like, no! And then, like, Riri's just giving her the finger. And I was, like, laughing hysterically. I was like, the most ridiculous shot of the entire show, or, like, of Marvel in a while, just going, no! I could see it being used for a pitch meeting, going, no! And then just the finger. I was like, that was the most ridiculous transition I saw in a long while, coming from Marvel or any studio. I'm not talking about I'm talking about stupid silly. It was really funny. And then, okay, so I'm trying to think of, not just to say I liked or disliked. It wasn't much I disliked. John Campea went into a whole thing about what he disliked. You know, her creating the iron suit in a day, like, okay, but, like, whatever. She created the iron suit. I like the upgraded one, the new one that she has. All of them were great. You know, the white one she had in the beginning, then it crashed, and then she made a new one. All of them were great in this series. I mean, the one in Wakanda Forever was cool. It was like a prototype armor, like the Wakandan armor. Like, what happened to that one? Because she had it, right? Or maybe it got destroyed. Did it get destroyed? Dude, I literally rewatched that movie before the show, and I can't even remember. I like the movie. Anyway, I like all the suits. That's cool. The creation, like, she's a genius, and the cast here is cool. Like, the gang, I didn't really resonate with. Adrian Allreich, Aiden Allreich is great, and Anthony Ramos are both great in this series. And the Hood is a cool villain. And, you know, one of the things, like, they were saying, like, the magic, why do they have magic in this show when it's, like, an Ironheart, like, when it's an Iron Man story? I really didn't care. Like, I thought the magic in the show was really neat. And then her integrating the magic with her armor at the end was really neat. And then there's also the whole, like, this was a twist. In episode 3, with Obadiah Stane, like, going all the way back to the first Iron Man, with Obadiah Stane, with this guy Joe, who's Aiden Aldrich's character. You have to correct me if it's Adrian Aldrich or Aiden Aldrich. And being Obadiah Stane's son, Ezekiel Stane, or Zeke Stane. In the comics, he's Zeke Stane. And I was like, whoa. Like, that came out of nowhere. And then, so, then he gets, like, this, turned into a cyborg, and is, like, blowing things up, like, zapping her, having like, a 2-minute, you know what this show felt like? I'm sorry, this isn't just me. When I watch Christian Harloff talk about it, he's like, this feels like a CW show now. And he's not wrong. This show feels like it's there's so much stuff going on. Like, the episodes are long, and then there's stuff going on, and then Zeke Stane just comes in with as a cyborg and, like, beats her up for 2 seconds. Literally, it's like Despicable Me 4. It's like, he's like, boom, you're on the ground, bye. And then he goes and takes the mask to her armor helmet to the Hood, and he's like, here you go. He's like, oh, what happened? Oh, I killed her. You know, this story lacks drama. And then it's just like, in the finale, he controls Zeke Stane because, like, he's Hood, and he controls whatever goes on inside his body, like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, which is what they say. And then he's like, boop, 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 pow, pow, pow. And then we have and then the finale is him, the Hood, and by the way, I'm going to get to big spoilers in a second here, but he's controlled, and he has a fight with Riri with magic, which I thought was dope. He's turning into some, like, demon Morbius crap, and the effects look gnarly and sick, and I'm like, what the hell? And then he's fighting her, and it's a 2-minute scene. It's like Daredevil and Echo. I was like, I heard it was supposed to, in the Echo show, it's supposed to be longer. And I'm like, this is the whole fight? It's like CW Despicable Me 4 crap. You're like, blah, 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 oh, I got the Hood. And then, except the twist, though, that it was a hologram. I didn't see that coming. That was cool. I like the twist with the Zeke Stane. You know, if we're going back to the whole Iron Man, I like the hologram thing when she had the magic. But I'm like, that's the whole fight? That's it? You know, what show was it? Like Hawkeye or Moon Knight? Moon Knight had a lot of action in the finale. WandaVision had, like, the entire episode was like this big finale, right? They had, like, the Vision fight, or had, like, it had, like, the Wanda, like, the Agatha thing at the beginning. They had Vision, then had, like, Visions flying around, then it had, you know, this and that, and then it had Agatha at the end. It was a big showdown finale for WandaVision. This was like, we're gonna do some talking. Like, we're gonna. Granted. There's a spoiler. So Mephisto pops up, right? Mephisto. We have the intro with Mephisto. Then we have this. I don't even know what we did in the middle of the episode. Then we did the fight. Then we did Mephisto again, which was a twist. I'll get to what I think about that in a minute. But I'm like, this was the whole fight? It's ridiculous. Like, what? Like, you set this up. By the way, we were in that garage. Like, not only did I mention that I was bored, like, the episodes were long. We spent a lot of damn time in that garage in episode 5 and 6. And we're like, we're back in the garage. Whatever. Then, with Mephisto, I think Sacha Baron Cohen, which we heard, who is the guy from Borat and King Julian in Madagascar, great actor, love him. He was great as Mephisto, and that little spoon, like he's tapping his mug, and you see like the reflection of him like as like a red devil, looked cool. But what are they setting him up to? It reminds me of Null from Venom in The Last Dance, except Mephisto got more time to shine in this than Null did. But Mephisto was like, okay, they just like, I don't feel like, as I heard on some guy talking, I think it was John Campea, he doesn't feel like a big screen villain. He could be, he might be utilized in Spider-Man Brand New Day, I don't know. But if they were to, like, I just don't, like, he seems like a show villain. Like, he's just here to manipulate. And I'm like, I don't know if they're setting up season 2. It feels like She-Hulk. I thought She-Hulk really was funny. But this show, I just felt like this show doesn't feel as bad as Secret Invasion, but it feels like there's so much there. Like, well, why is Zeke Stane now a cyborg? I understand that's like, if that's from the comics, but it just seems so stupid that now, you know, I heard John Campea say, well, why did Riri Williams build this suit in a day? But the thing I will agree with him on is Zeke Stane being turned into a cyborg. It feels like that there should be way more cyborgs, if people are like, oh, well, you have the power to do this, whip this up, let me just make you a cyborg in a day. It feels like Secret Invasion when they're like, oh, you have this crystal that has all these powers rolled into one. Boom! You are that person now. And I'm like, that is stupid. That's stupid. It feels like a 5-year-old wrote this. We must turn ChatGPT. We must put Zeke Stane as cyborg. And boom. Like, what? Like, I was watching it going like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. That's different. That's unique. But after thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of stupid. But, okay. But the twist that I saw, like, with Mephisto at the end, Riri actually made a deal with him. Made a deal with the devil. I thought that was another twist that was crazy. I was like, oh, she's going to say, like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to head out. But she's like, I want my... And then they just kind of, like, cut to her seeing Natalie again, because Natalie, like, fizzled out before her fight. Like, she couldn't... The magic and the AI couldn't sustain each other. And she's like, yeah, I'll make a deal with you, Mephisto, to bring my friend Natalie back. She doesn't say those words, but that's what we see on screen. And it's crazy, because then she's getting scars just like Hood is. Veiny scars. Black scars. And I'm like... And then we see Hood at the end go into the magic shop where her friend... Like, they went to a magic shop to find out, like, is it Dormammu? And Mephisto's like, you think I'm Dormammu? So... Yeah, like... And at the end, Hood is like, can you give me some stuff to help me? And that's how the series ends, like, as a post-credit scene. I'm like, I don't know where this is going. Where any of these things are going. It's kind of like, you know, when Thor 5, like, okay, I think Hercules, the actor who's going to be Hercules, the guy, Roy Kent from Ted Lasso, Brett Goldstein, it's cool casting, but where's it leading to? And I want Doctor Strange 3 with the Clea. Like, I think Clea, like, maybe they could do Nightmare in Doctor Strange 3, but, again, what's Ironheart setting up? Absolutely nothing. Because this isn't from the Bob Chapek era. This was like, shot 3 years ago. So, I don't think they're doing anything with this. If anything, I think the Vision series will set up, like, Doctor Doom. I don't know. I think, here's the thing. I thought Mephisto was cool in this series. I wish it was something bigger, like WandaVision, Agatha, or even, like, a movie. Like, I wish it was disappointing. Like, I wish it was, like, a bigger scale, grand thing. Like, oh, Mephisto's in WandaVision. Like, these theories, and, like, this is it. Whatever. Unfortunate. But... I think Fantastic Four will continue the post-credit scene from Thunderbolts. I think Fantastic Four will have a Doom set up some way or another. I think Vision will be that ending, like, to the show trilogy, WandaVision, Agatha, and then Vision. And I think we're going to get, like, Vision and, like, Doom, like, an Ultron. Like, we're going to, like, supposed to get Ultron. And I think those two AI creatures, Vision and Ultron, like bot type things, can set Doom up even more. Then going into then we'll have Vision, then Spider-Man, then Avengers next year, and I think that's a really nice way to tie those all in together. And that's just my theory. I don't know that for a fact, but I think that would be perfect having those AI, like the bot story with Doom, set up the Doom bots. Hopefully they could do that in there. If they don't, then I'm going to be mad about it. But then we have Spider-Man to get us in the groove before Doctor Doom and his relationship with, that Tony Stark variant type thing. So I like that. But yeah, and I'm also frustrated. Like I said, I'll be disappointed if they don't tie in Doombot some way to Vision. That's just a thing I want. But like anticipation I want. But this series was, I heard like, yeah, they could make it set up like, Ironheart before Doom, and I'm like, yeah, like let's show something, like get us excited for Doom, and they're just like nothing. Like not even like referencing, like they mentioned like Pym, Stark, like Pym Tech, Stark Tech, Wakandans and everything, but they're not like, yeah, remember when Tony Stark did this? I mean, they mentioned like Ironmonger and he was a mentor to Tony Stark, but they don't mention like Ironheart being like, are you the next Iron Man? Or like, and then like tease like anything about Doctor Doom, like this armor would look cool if it was like very Doom-like or something like that. Nothing in that sense, and I'm like just like, what was the point of this show? To release it now, 3 years after you shot it. Like, you could have just scrapped it. Or you could have released it all at once. I don't even know. Or release it after you shot it. Like, release it all at once. Why wait 3 years? Way to go, buddy. We took 3 days to make that potato salad. 3 days! That's a SpongeBob reference if you got that, but... Anyway. Yeah, that's my thoughts on... there was some stuff that I liked, some stuff that I disliked. But those are my thoughts on Ironheart. I just thought it was meh. I was bored a little bit. Thought it was funny. Thought the best part was the part of it. But oh well. I guess that's all we get. I guess that's all the slow-mo fingers we get. That's kind of the reaction I'm giving the show. I'm giving this show the middle finger. No, it's not that bad. I'll give the middle finger to Secret Invasion. Funny enough, I've gone back and rewatched that stupid fight with Jaya. What is her name? I think it's Gia. The girl Skrull versus Gravok from Secret Invasion. It's a stupid fight, but it's ridiculously stupid. It's like the Room of Marvel shows. Anyway, if you know, you know. Don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy this review. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and be part of the family. By the way, this weekend is Superman. So pumped up. Stay tuned for a review coming soon. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm, watch the screen. Peace out, everyone.